On Thanksgiving night, while sitting alone in my apartment, I scrolled through social media and saw the photos that completely changed my life. There was my husband, smiling, surrounded by his entire family, enjoying a massive turkey dinner at an upscale steakhouse with his father seated right in the center of the table. My name was nowhere on the reservation, and I was not invited, even though I was the sole breadwinner funding their entire lavish lifestyle. Instead of breaking down or calling him in tears, I opened my banking app, canceled 4 automatic monthly transfers, and waited for the exact moment the first transaction bounced while they were still sitting at that dinner table. My husband Mark and I had been married for 4 years, and from day one, his family treated me like an outsider who only existed to write checks. Mark was an aspiring entrepreneur whose projects never quite turned a profit, while I worked 60 hours a week as a corporate executive, building a solid income. Over the years, his father, his mother, and his 2 adult siblings grew accustomed to relying on my hard-earned money for their mortgage payments, car loans, and monthly allowances. Mark constantly assured me that his family loved me, and that their quiet, distant behavior was just how they showed affection. But deep down, I knew I was being exploited. When Thanksgiving approached, Mark told me that his father wanted a very small, quiet holiday with just his immediate blood relatives to discuss private family business. He claimed it was a sensitive matter involving an old estate and promised we would celebrate together as a couple the following weekend. I felt hurt, but I trusted my husband and agreed to stay home, working through the holiday weekend while he went to visit his parents. However, as I was having a quiet dinner by myself on Thursday evening, I logged into social media and saw a public post shared by Mark's sister, tagged "at the most expensive restaurant in the city." The photo showed 20 family members sitting around a beautifully decorated table with Mark's father at the head, raising a toast to family loyalty. The caption read, "Family is everything, and nothing can replace real blood." Standing in my kitchen reading those words, I felt a cold shock run through my body, followed by an overwhelming sense of clarity. Not only had they lied to me about a private, quiet dinner, but they had invited extended relatives and left me out completely while using the monthly allowance I provided to pay for their feast. Without hesitation, I pulled up my mobile banking application and navigated to the automated transfer settings. Every single month, on the 25th, 4 automatic payments went out from my primary business account to fund Mark's father's mortgage, Mark's sister's luxury vehicle lease, Mark's brother's rent, and Mark's personal credit card bill. I would no longer be providing the financial bloodline that kept his family afloat. He stood there speechless as he realized that by excluding me from their table, they had effectively closed the account that paid for everything they owned. Walking away from that marriage was the best decision I ever made, because respect is non-negotiable, and generosity should never be mistaken for weakness. When people show you that they only value you for what you provide, you must have the courage to pull back your resources and let them face reality on their own.